What's up YouTube, I'm EVScape and welcome back to another video. Today we're making a continuation of a video I made a few months ago, which was farming for noobs, how to get started with herb runs. Now since then I've had a lot of people ask me if I can continue on and show how to get started with tree runs. Now this is something I've only recently started myself, but what we're going to be doing today is going over all of the different tree patches you can get to in old school and what kind of things you want to be planting there, the best methods of getting there, and how to set up your inventory and your bank account to have efficient tree runs. So let's go ahead and jump into it. Now there are two different types of tree patches in old school. These are regular tree patches and fruit tree patches. Now there are 5 of each of these patches around Gillinor. We're going to be starting off with the regular tree patches first, and the first one is in Lumbridge. Easiest way to get to this patch is by using a Lumbridge teleport and then just heading down the back of the castle. Now I'm pretty sure these gates are always open, and then once you get out the back of the castle, there's your tree patch here. The next regular tree patch is in Varrock. You just use a Varrock teleport to get there. Now if you spawn in the Grand Exchange, you just have to run east from there to go inside the Varrock Palace courtyard. If you spawn in the Varrock Center, you just have to run north. You'll end up at the exact same spot. And then just a little bit east of the entrance to the Varrock Castle, you'll find your second tree patch. Now the next patch is actually in Felidor, and the easiest way to get there is to use the Felidor teleport on the Ring of Wealth. This is going to teleport you straight to the Felidor Park, and your tree patch is right next to the teleport spot. The next tree patch is in Tavali, and the easiest way to get there is to use a Scroll of Redirection on a house teleport and make a Tavali teleport. And once in Tavali, just run a little bit southeast. And a little bit southeast is your next tree patch. And the 5th and final tree patch in old school is the one at the Gnome Stronghold. Now you can either get there by using the spirit tree from the Grand Exchange or anywhere else you have access to a spirit tree and going to the Gnome Stronghold, or if you have completed Monkey Madness 2, you get the Royal Seed Pod and you can commune straight to the Grand Tree from anywhere you are. I think most people won't have Monkey Madness 2 done, so using the Varrock teleport and using the Spirit Tree in the Grand Exchange is probably going to be the most common method. So from the Spirit Tree, you just want to head a little bit southwest towards Neve or Steve, the Slayer Master, and just next to the Slayer Master is going to be your 5th and final tree patch. Now in terms of fruit tree patches, there is also one in the Gnome Stronghold. This one is right next to the Spirit Tree. Once again, you can just use the Spirit Tree or use your Royal Seed Pod, depending on if you've completed Monkey Madness 2 or not. But right next to the Spirit Tree is your fruit tree patch. Now the next patch is actually just outside the Gnome Village. So if you travel with the Spirit Tree to the Gnome Village, and then run just outside and get Alcoy to take you outside of the maze. He will take you outside the maze, and then it's just a short run southwest from there to get to your next tree patch. Now the next patch is just east of Catherby. I feel like most people won't have the Catherby teleport on the Lunar Spellbook, considering it requires 87 magic, so the easiest way to get there is to teleport to Camelot and then just run a little bit southeast. If you do have the Catherby teleport unlocked, simply teleport to Catherby and just run east from there. And once in Catherby, it is just a little bit east of the bank. Just next to White Wolf Mountain, you'll find the next tree patch. The next tree patch is in Brim Haven, and the easiest way to get there is by using a Scroll of Redirection on a house teleport with level 40 construction to get to Brim Haven. From there, you just need to run a little bit north, and just above the pub is the next tree patch. Alternatively, you can teleport to Ardoyan and get the charter ship from the bottom of Ardoyan to charter to Brim Haven, and then just run a little bit south from there. And the 5th and final fruit tree patch can be found in Letia. Easiest way to get there is by activating your teleport crystal, which you get from completing the Regicide quest. and then simply just running a little southeast from there, and there is your final fruit tree patch. Now, in terms of what tree you want to be planting for your runs, most people suggest you just plant the highest one that you can plant given your level. For me, that would be yew trees for normal trees and palm trees for the fruit trees. However, you can do some quick math and figure out which one is going to give you the best GP per XP if that is what you're worried about. The RS Wiki shows which one has the best GP per XP for the fruit trees, however it doesn't have a graph for the normal trees. Now, with every tree that you plant, whether it's a regular tree or a fruit tree, there will be a gardener right next to the patch that will look after your tree for you if you give them a payment. Now, the payments you can check in your farming guide for the skills. For oak trees you need tomatoes, for willows you need apples, etc, etc. Make sure you definitely take along your payments, because if you pay them a small fee, they will make sure that your tree never dies, and trees can be quite expensive. Now, most of the time you're going to want to do your normal trees and your fruit trees in the same run, since they both take an exceptionally long period of time to grow. Make sure if you have your farmer's outfit, you're going to wear the whole thing, as well as your magic secateurs. You want to be wielding a ring of wealth, have your 5 normal tree saplings, as well as your 5 fruit tree saplings, a shovel, a rake, and your payments. For me, I need 15 papayas and 5 apples for my trees. Then you're going to want your royal seed pod if you're using the royal seed pod method, Varrock teleports if you're using the spirit tree method. You want Lumbridge teleports, a Brim Haven teleport, a Tavali teleport, your teleport crystal, your Camelot teleport. Would also be wise to bring along a couple of stamina potions, because there is a little bit of running that you have to do. Now, I've had to chop this part in afterwards because I forgot it, but you also need to bring an axe along with you so you can chop down your normal trees. And that is everything. So let's go ahead and get started on the first run. So the first patch in Catherby, go ahead and plant my palm sapling, and then we're going to go ahead and pay the gardener right next to it so they will look after our patch for us. And we're going to go ahead and teleport to Tavali. Now in Tavali, you're going to go ahead and chop down this tree that was there previously. Once it's down, I'm just going to go ahead and drop the logs. And once it's chopped down, you can go ahead and clear the willow stump. Go ahead and plant a new one, and then pay Elaine a basket of apples. Next up, we're going to be heading to Brim Haven, and once you have picked all of the things off your fruit tree, you also need to chop this one down and clear the stump. You can go ahead and just drop all of these apples, clear it out, and plant a new one. Then we can go ahead and pay Garth 15 papayas, and he's going to look after our plant for us. Next up, Lumbridge. Clear the previous tree and go ahead and plant another one, and pay Faith a basket of apples, and we're going to head to Letia. Plant the palm sapling, pay Lilywin 15 papayas, fantastic, and then we're going to head to the grand tree. Get rid of the previous tree, chop it down, clear it out, and plant another one. Go ahead and pay Bolongo 15 papayas, fantastic. I'm going to head down to the tree patch just south of the Slayermaster. Chop this one down, clear it out, and plant the next one, and pay Prissy Cilia. Head back up to the spirit tree, head to the Tree Gnome village, go ahead and chop down the previous tree, plant the next one, pay Gillith 15 papayas, and then we're going to head to Varrock. Chop down the previous tree, plant the next one, pay Tresnor 1 basket of apples, and then head to the final patch in Falador. Check the previous tree, chop it down, dig it up, and plant the last one, and then pay Heskel. Done. And that's how you do your tree run. So as you can see, guys, once you get started with your farming runs, they're exceptionally easy to do, and you can bang one out in about 5 minutes. And are they worth doing? Absolutely. The fruit trees do take 16 hours to grow. However, the best normal tree, which is the magic tree, only takes 8 hours. So let's just say you do a tree run 1 time every single day. You're going to get 119,000 XP at level 75 if you're planting palm trees and magic seeds. 119,000 experience per day in farming. You're going to get your farming level up in no time. But that is going to wrap up today's video. If you guys enjoyed it, make sure you give it a thumbs up. If you guys want to see some more guides from me in the future on how to get started with different things in the game, let me know in the comment section down below. If you haven't already, make sure you click that subscribe button. We're on our way to 10,000 subscribers. Absolutely surreal feeling. Thank you guys so much for watching today's video. I will catch you in the next one tomorrow. Take it easy.